know what? Let me tell you, everybody's a hip hop critic, but all I want to know is really, what do you know? I've been blessing people with this deep voice, this moist, hoping you understand that my music's top choice. Cultures and nations are starting to see that hip hop is crazily advanced. Poetry fluently is flown in like water, mentally reshaping you just like the new world order. What's the cause and effect? When I write some good lyrics, it's the sound that you check. But no disrespect, but I question your intellect, thinking words don't matter because you can't comprehend, or the words spoke too fast, you need a listening class. Cause the quality MC, son, will always amaze your ass. And every word that I write has seen the universe twice. I travel the planets making sure that I'm nice. So open up your ears, that's my advice. Cause this price is right, but there no reels on this fortune. Words and whammies will make you press your luck. So I don't care about a Grammy, rather flow for my mammy. So step back and catch this verbal jammy. Cause these skills is real, and it's time you learn the deal.
Yeah. I traveled the planets making sure that I'm nice. What? I wrote that in the 90s.
Yo, there's pain in my heart, but I let the anger go. There's no solution for some other mental pollution.
But what I really mean is this: Jesus Bibles I deliver, working so hard that my hands start to shiver.
Shifting
Livers quick like Mickey Rivers.
This cloud of smoke is the gift that I give you.
To your minder, I like kinda, but I prefer chocolate. Mentally to me, the lyrics seem to rock it.
Time to fix your eye socket, a docket like pain. Cause hip hop's been headed the wrong way, but plenty are precise in what they say. Some others are relying strictly on their tracks, cause they're saving their backs, or maybe their pockets. For the rest of history on wax, they'll be known as whack kids. Stuck doing a verbal bid, and what we should do is not lift up the lid. So what you slid, you ain't safe. You getting tagged out, now you getting dragged out the back. And true hip hop is what you lack. To tell you the truth, all your cats are just whack.
Listen to this flow, cause lyrics are important, and that's how it goes. Oh, what do you know? You need to listen to this flow, cause lyrics are important, and that's how it goes. E complete. What do you know? Knowledge is Love, episode 103. Capricorn Ascendant. What's up, y'all? The truth is here.
Danny Figueroa's here.
Sup, D Nice?
Hi.
All right. What up, D Nice? They call me D Nice.
He said, "What's up?"
I feel good, man. We got to break down Capricorn risings, our brothers, the Scorpio rising, the sextile. I'm a Capricorn moon, so I also have sons with Capricorn rising. So I understand this energy, and I want to talk about it tonight. And I think when I come on either Friday or Saturday, I'm going to do, since it is still the end, winding down the Sagittarius season, I'm going to do the Sagittarius ascendant. But starting in the new year, or before the new year, I'll be having might have another guest on. And then the new year, I'll be working on some new guests for you guys. Like always, tailored to you coaching at gmail.com. You want to take advantage of the birth chart sale, which a lot of people are, but more people need to take advantage of it. It goes to December 31st. And I'm going to be announcing a free giveaway, a mini chart service, mini career, mini relationship, and mini hater. And the giveaways are going to be in honor of, and you don't have to be these faiths or religions, but in honor of Hanukkah, Christmas, and Kwanzaa. So I'm going to do it the 24th, 25th, and 26th. What everyone will need to do is when I put up the post, I'll make the graphic and put it on Instagram and community. You're going to need to subscribe to my Instagram page, Tailored to Astrology at Instagram, and to my two Twitters, unless you don't have Twitter, but most you all be having Twitter. Stop fronting. At Tailored to C and at Big 3 Astrology. But on Instagram, you need to tag some friends, like the post, and subscribe. And then I will calculate all the people, and I will randomly pick on the 24th someone, on the 25th and 26th. And I'm either going to pick, one of each of those, or I will let the 3 winners pick out of those 3 what service they want. And I think since it's a gift, I'll let the people pick, but it will be mini career, mini hater, or mini relationship chart. Okay. So that's going to be my little holiday raffle. It'll be real simple. Just subscribe to the IG, which you should already be doing. And, subscribe to the Twitter, which I don't think many of my YouTube people are, at Big 3 Astrology and at Taylor 2C. I'll put up the graphic in a day or two in community and on Instagram. And that's what it's going to be. Because, I'm about, I'm like Black Santa. I'm giving out gifts for this holiday season. And in honor of Jesus Christos, who I think really was a Capricorn rising. We'll talk about it. So hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to kind of get in and then I'll pause. And, if you are a Capricorn rising, please let me know in the chat. If you have a friend or family and you want to relate or, your thoughts or questions about the energy, we'll get into it.
Anzo's here.
What up? Is that 7 Anzo?
Yeah.
What's going on?
They said Capricorn risings. What's up?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, 7 Anzo. Anzo, I ain't seen you in a minute. I see you on the comments, but I ain't seen you live in a minute. So, I appreciate you. And so Capricorn rising. These are some people. Saturn's the chart ruler. So what you would do is look in your birth chart where Saturn is in the chart, whatever house it's in, 1 through 12, it will light up that house and make that, a very important house and plan it for you in the chart. Because Capricorn, the goat, feminine energy, cardinal earth sign, initiating winter, right? Coming up soon. We're about to have the winter solstice on the 21st. And that will begin Capricorn season. The cusp will begin on the 19th of the cusp of prophecy, which I'll probably talk about as well. Sagittarius, Capricorn cusp. I might even do a show on December 20th about that. Okay. But I think this weekend, Friday or Saturday, I'll probably come on, I think maybe Friday, and do the Sagittarius rising to end up, put a button on Sagittarius season. I want to try to do each ascendant during the season. I just was inspired to do the Capricorn. I know we're not into the season yet, but Mercury and Venus being there, and I did Capricorn time last episode, I figured why not? So you look for that in the chart ruler. The Capricorn rising sign itself, sometimes they can have darker eyes, sometimes thicker eyebrows. They can be, any complexion, any ethnicity, right? That doesn't matter. We all have, different whatever. But there's almost like a serious, what they call like the sleeping bitch face or whatever. But there's a seriousness to their faces or whatever. It is Saturn, right, on the ruler. So they can be more mature than their age, right? My Capricorns are 9 and they speak and act more older, but then they can be immature in other areas of life too. But I think for the Capricorn in itself, the struggle is, as a child, having some limitations and fears, anxieties, and restrictions, and they have to kind of evolve and find that discipline. That Sagittarius 12th house, we'll get there, it tells a lot because that's what their hidden talent and their like subconscious mind is about, exploring and wandering and traveling and sharing their beliefs and philosophies. And they have to light up that 12th house to get there, right? So I think also you'll find that there is an old soul in most Capricorn risings, and that's that Saturn, In general, in my research, I would say I've noticed that Capricorn risings tend to live, average to longer than average life. Having the Saturn on the ascendant, it kind of slows down the aging process sometimes for people, especially if you have Saturn in the first house or Capricorn Aquarius rising. Okay. But they can have even as little babies, like these mature, serious looks or faces to them. I've seen that firsthand with my own boys. When you get to the second house, and remember the first house is like the upper jaw to like the crown of the head, the crown chakra, right? It's your physical appearance, outer mask. It's, the energy that you vibrate out and that you're ascending to, right? People might not see your Virgo sun, your Libra sun. They might be like, are you a Capricorn? You know what I mean? They'll sense that Capricorn energy. When you get to the second house, Aquarius, ruled by Saturn, this is your food, your speech, your material items, your money, your savings, investing, your family assets, how you earn money, your five senses, right? And your survival skills. So it's Aquarius. So you're going to very much think about your friends and the collective and networking and making money in innovative, futuristic, weird, bizarre ways. So Capricorn risings actually, you guys, can be pretty good astrologers and get into the esoteric field to make money. They also can do well in technology and IT, science, anything with technology like coding and automation. But they're going to be different. They're going to be a little weird, bizarre, radical, rebellious. They can tend to drift away from the family values or, implement them, especially if the family values are based around astrology and things like that. So if you're a Capricorn rising and you have a father that's a professional astrologer, chances are you might get involved in something that's innovative or esoteric or futuristic or around astrology. Okay, we shall see. Okay, but it's your values are gonna be a little to the left, a little different, a little abstract, a little radical, a little rebellious. You know what I mean? It's not a bad placement at all. And when you think about it, it's very much about big events, big crowds, even politics, and pouring the wisdom and knowledge. These people will take that knowledge that they have from the Sagittarius and the subconscious mind and the hidden talents, and then pour it out to the people to earn their money in the second house. So it's actually really fascinating and interesting. All right. I'll get to the comment.
Abraham Robinson said, Abraham Robinson is here.
Okay.
He said, what's up, everybody? And then I'm definitely weirdo.
Capricorn rising.
And then Alonzo.
And that technology, second house. You got that, Abraham.
Said Capricorn rising. What's up? I know I've been working hard. And then Saturn and Uranus in Sagittarius, 12th house.
Oh, and you know what happens too with the Capricorn risings? They feel and put a pressure on themselves to achieve, to gain status through hard work. Capricorn risings, they don't come out of the womb like that. But as they mature, 13, 18, 21, they start to implement the discipline and hard work. And if they don't, when their Saturn returns at 20 and a half, it'll shake stuff up and they're both like, oh, I got to wake up. Got to get on my grizzly. Okay. So that's a responsibility that Capricorns have. Yeah, it's fascinating. And oh my gosh, don't be the Pluto Capricorn generation and have Pluto on the ascendant.
Do you remember Old Angry Boss?
Yeah, Old Angry Boss is back. How you doing?
Said, my best friend is a Capricorn rising. He's also my first cousin.
Okay,
and
cool.
Then Old Angry Boss said, hello, everyone. Peace and love.
What's up, Old Angry Boss? You know, you're dope. That name in itself, I just feel like I want to meet you. Did you ever see the movie Old Angry Boss? Horrible Bosses? It's kind of funny. Or even Bad Moms and those, those little niche films are kind of funny. So the Capricorn rising, though, you guys, the issues tend to come in when we're dealing with the third house. Oh, and they might like to speak or eat things different or weird. The toddler years, 2 through 4, maybe up to kindergarten. And then the third house, Pisces. Okay, now we're talking about Jupiter. And this can be a hard one. Kindergarten through 5th grade, elementary school, local community, friends, siblings, younger siblings, social media, cousins, neighbors. They can, okay, you guys, I'm going to be honest, you guys may see some angels or spirits or ghosts growing up, your local community in the cribbo, um, just imaginary friends. You may have issues in elementary school, sometimes learning delays, depending on what's in your third house with the Pisces. But you can also be so idealistic and spiritual and creative and imagination. These people will think and speak and communicate and write in more artistic, spiritual ways. So they're not really right for the programming of the regular public school system. They need to kind of like paint and do pictures and concepts. Sometimes they might need to be auditory learners. They might need to learn more in isolation. If Neptune's here, if Mercury's here, just different things. Your sun is here. They can sometimes deal with some deception. They don't see social media clearly. They believe everything they see on TikTok. So you have to be careful if you have a child with this, and even if you're a young adult or even grown up with this, just remember back. You might have already passed the stage, so you didn't have heavy social media when you were growing up, depending on your age, but there was always some sort of illusion, deception. That's a fog, rose-colored glasses. That's what happens. So, the people in your neighborhood, you thought they were your friends and they were jealous or hating on you. You know what I mean? All different types of things. But you can be super creative in school or just as a young kid, think kindergarten through fifth grade. Okay. So, any other, yeah, we got a couple more comments. Take a break.
Steven's here.
What up, Stevies? Uncle Stevies? The Jupiterian. We just talked about the third house. And I'm going to do Sagittarius rising, I think, Friday or Saturday night, Steven. So, we're kind of hitting Scorpio, Cap, and then Sag. Next up, won't be the end of January. I'll probably do Aquarius rising. Now, you guys can go in my playlist. I already did all the rising signs, but I just figure sometimes on the live, it's kind of good to just talk about it and, and real, interactive, thoughts and comments on the Ascendant. But that Jupiter, they also can be very philosophical and like to share their beliefs, especially, the zodiac wheel wraps around. So that third house at 26 years old, because the first house is 0, 12, 24, 36. So then at 26, that third house becomes the adult relationship with your mother, your self-efforts and skills for working. It can be sales, marketing, all communications. So think about it as the young adult, you come into that 26 years old and then that 38 years old, that third house, and it's also athletic ability. The Capricorn risings actually could really love to be in the pool and swim in water. My Capricorn rising wanted to go in the pool and it's like 42 degrees. So there's living example of how it totally manifests. And you know what I mean? So that's something you can see. And it actually could be good energetically for Capricorn risings to spend time near water. I mean, it's good for all of us. Let's just be real. But it does calm the spirit. But I think for Capricorn risings with that Pisces, Jupiter, Neptune third house, they need to bebo más agua. They need to drink it and then play in it and be around it. So even if you live in a drier climate, maybe even being around water in a pool or a water feature in the cribbo could be beneficial. The fourth house, Aries. So this is interesting because they're very childlike, accident prone, assertive, aggressive in their home. You know what I mean? They can be very combative sometimes with their moms. They don't like the word no. Capricorn risings, as you grow up, you better get your mom a great gift and a Mother's Day card every year because you probably drove your mom crazy. That Aries there could be really, it's not problematic. It's just cardinal fire sign, very childlike, the pioneer maverick. They can jump on the furniture. They can destroy things. They can have a lot of accidents in the home. They can break things accidentally or just by being too assertive and aggressive. I'm speaking to myself right now. I live this life. My Capricorn risings, my Virgo rising right here will tell you, they break stuff all the time. They broke something today. Today. Adios mio. Am I speaking the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I mean, the astrology never, ever lies, and I think that Aries in the fourth house, now for me, it's way different because it's Aries and Uranus in the fourth house. That is a headache and a storm. Sudden destruction of furniture, suddenly breaking toys, all this stuff. But also, they can be very competitive, assertive and aggressive, combative. The Aries energy, it does like to initiate and it can make a lot of mess in the home, but it doesn't like to complete the task, right? It doesn't like to follow through. So, as a parent of a Capricorn rising, you're just constantly like, okay, you opened up the drawer, close it. You took out your clothes, put it in the hamper or hang them up. There's a lot of that going on with the fourth house, which is more like sixth, seventh, eighth grade, childhood home, adult home, retirement home, nurturing, caring, convenience, comforts. They will like metal. They will like sports. They will like trying new things, but then not following through with it. And I see it tenfold all the time. So, Capricorn risings, be honest with yourself and get your mom a nice gift this holiday season for Christmas because you made her crazy. Your mama and your papa. We'll get to the Libra 10th house for your papa, but just talking about the Aries 4,000, being honest. And remember, that's Mars. That's Mars in the house. Whew. It can get messy. It can be the little soldier, warrior, fighter. They definitely love to do that. Arguments, right? Aries, arguments constantly. Okay. I'll get back to the comments in a second. Fifth house, Capricorn rising, the trine from the ascendant, easy flow of energy, the trine to the fifth house into the ninth house. Well, that's the earth trine. So the fifth house is the Taurus, the ninth house is the Virgo. So we're talking about the Taurus fifth house. Well, we're talking about high school and college, past life karmas and energy, ancient knowledge, political discussion and debate, gambling, fantasy sports, speculative gains, creativity, hobbies, your children. You're a Capricorn rising, you can have a Taurus type child for your first child. They don't have to be a Taurus sun, moon, rising, but they can have those Venus Taurus traits. This is Venus in the fifth house. These people will love anything artistic, anything creative. In high school and college, the first car, Capricorn risings, I know you might drive too fast. Got to watch out for car accidents. Fifth house is also dating, romance, and fun sex. And we're talking about Taurus, the physical body, the five senses, tactile. These people also, they like to eat their food. Okay? Capricorn risings are foodies. And they actually can be really creative. And they can probably do well investing and savings in the banking industry. They can be chefs. They can, work in a bank. They can get into crypto, day trading. They can get into art and culture, painting, singing, rapping, all different types of things because the Venus in the fifth house energy is super creative. And they'll have that old soul energy, trine in the ascendant. So they will like, they could be whatever age and they might like classical music, old school R&B. They might like the Temptations. They might like classic rock. They might get into, you know what I mean? There'll be a bit of nostalgia. They might like to collect things as a hobby. like gems and crystals, Taurus, Venus. I have one of those. And the other one likes to bake. So I got both. You understand? So that's like literally a manifestation. And the older brother is kind of seeing that, and it's true, right? Right. So it's really deep how the astrology works. Like, I ain't lying to y'all. I know my stuff and I live it. But seriously, think about that. That's kind of dope. And they could have some, Venus, Taurus, they could have some good fortune around. I don't ever encourage it, but around gambling, but anything they create from their heart. Okay. And their hobbies can be very artistic. All right, let's go to the Chizat.
Okay.
We'll get to the 6th house next. And I'm going to finish up the 5th house because what's been there for the last couple of years for you guys, Uranus, North Node. Uranus, North Node's been there for a year. Go ahead.
Okay. So, first, let's see. Steven said, my younger brother, one sec. Old Angry Boss said, I'm definitely looking forward to meeting you. Your channel is awesome. And then Steven said, my younger brother is a Cap rising with Moon and Capricorn. He makes artificial limbs and works with orthopedic surgeons.
Orthopedic surgeons.
He has a son and a Scorpio. And then Abraham said,
Wow,
I
that's
only
deep,
ate
Stevie.
chicken tenders as a kid.
Who said that?
Abraham Robinson.
Yeah, chicken tender. Yeah, that's the weirdness. Aquarius, 2nd house. Yeah, they can have, these. I had a kid who just for the longest time would only really eat the chicken nuggets and stuff too. So that's kind of funny you said that. One of my boys is like that, but yeah, they can definitely have some. And think about it, Aquarius, right? It's Saturn, but it's also Uranus. Sudden changes, right? One of my boys suddenly likes to eat this, and then he suddenly doesn't, and he suddenly likes to eat that, and then, you know what I mean? And he'd rather play Pisces 3rd house, play the video games sometimes, than even eat lunch. So yeah, I hear you, man. Any more comments? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get to some more.
Okay.
Then I'm going to touch on the transits right now for you guys too.
Then let's see. Steven said. Because Steven said my younger brother has Mars and Pisces. In the third house.
Mars and Pisces in the 3rd house. Did your younger brother like to swim? And does he do any yoga or Tai Chi, Stephen? I'd be interested. He could have also joined the Navy, but Mars, Pisces, I could see swimming and, really into things with the arts. But you said he works with orthopedics, so that, yeah, I could see working surgeries. Yeah, okay, Mars, Pisces, how's Pisces kind of associated with the 12th house with hospitals. So Mars, surgeon, there you go. Mars, Pisces, and the local community works with that. That's kind of deep right there. So you guys have been, the North Node will be leaving for you the 5th house, Capricorn risings. But so it's been there for a minute. So some of you guys during this time could be having kids or, even different issues with teaching and teaching values and self-worth to your children. But Uranus is there till 2018 to 2025. So there could be a lot of sudden changes in dating and romance, sudden changes to your creativity and hobbies, sudden changes in like visions and dreams and that needing for freedom and liberation, right? Switching relationships or, changing the different activities you do with your children. If you're a Capricorn rising and you've got children, and the technology, teaching them about the AI and the coding. And be careful though with those AI apps, taking the pictures of yourself because they use that stuff and it's not, I've been seeing a lot of people, those pictures. Yeah, don't do that. The site Venza because they take all your information and then they sell it and use it. And I know social media does that anyway, but this is your image and stuff. So just sometimes you got to read the fine print and see what they're really up to with this stuff. Okay, so let's get to the sixth house because Mars is in Gemini. It's in retrograde to January 12th, and then won't leave until March 25th on my Padre's birthday. So, which is kind of deep for me, but Gemini sixth house, we're talking about sickness, illness, your mother's siblings, aunt and uncle, your work, your health, your hygiene, your daily routine. You got to wake up, set the alarm clock, shower, brush your teeth, deodorant, get ready for your work, your service. It's also small pets. It's conflicts, divorce, coworkers, bosses, like those kind of troublemakers, haters at work, right? So when you have Gemini here, there could be some mimicking, some backbiting, some lying on you. You can have injuries. Remember, I told you my Capricorn rising had the burn the hand, Mars in Gemini retrograde, sixth house. The burn might have been before retrograde, but anyway, you can have issues with the lungs. I had that with one of my twins. He, had to have his lung drained when he was a little boy, a little baby in the hospital. Sixth house. Really deep, right? So, but yeah, the Gemini rules the wrists, the hands, the shoulders, the ears, the lungs. So Capricorn rising, just be mindful for your health, but also your daily routine. You're going to be brilliant communicators. You can be good writers, escribe, right? Capricorn risings can be, the verbal slut in your daily routine. You're talking to everybody, blah, 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 blah. My twins, they used to shut Costco down. They talk to everybody. Again, people were like, hi. Costco loves them. The Taylor twins are like legends in Costco. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's literally Gemini sixth house. So it's funny, right?
We said it.
I know, it's so funny, but it's so true. Like I can't make this stuff up for you guys. Like I'm living this life right now, and even their older brother has to laugh because it's comedy. It's exactly what happens. And these guys, from the minute they wake up till they crash to go to bed, they talk all day long. And that's the Gemini sixth house. And the constant motion and movement and idea. I mean, oh my gosh, like it's constant. Sometimes you're like, shh, just take a break. Stop talking. Just take a little break. Just stop talking. But Capricorn risings, but this benefits you what? For your work and daily routine as you get older. So one, they might like quick, shorter exercises. They'll be verbal masters and great with their hands and skills. So this is producers, coding, writers, sales, marketing, script writers. I don't want to say lawyers. This is like copywriters, social media experts, influencers, data entry, I don't know, even acting, because the daily routine could be, it doesn't have to be third or fifth house. This is still your work and your service. Oh, and they really will love animals. I have one of those, not both, but one of those loves animals. Okay. And that can very much happen with small pets. Okay. They have tortoises, which they ignore. But, but so we'll get back to the chat in a second. The seventh house. If you guys have specific questions about this ascendant or different houses, let me know too. But this seventh house, you guys, so this is what? Contracts, negotiations, the marketplace, open enemies, partnerships for business, the relationships and marriage. Marriage is a contract. The courthouse, the marketplace, that's the scales of justice and the scales of measuring the meat and the rice when you go shopping. Well, Cancer is what? Cautious. It moves sideways. It's not so trusting. It's about safety and security. But it's a cardinal water sign. So this axis of the Capricorn Cancer axis is very much about the foundations of a family, creating the safety, security, the nurturing, caring. So your Capricorn rising, you want a caring husband or wife. You want someone that wants to really make sure that the home is taken care of, nurturing the children, someone that is funny, someone that has a deep inner knowing, some sage wisdom, right? Cancer is very intuitive, but it's the calm, still waters. But don't play with cancers, right? Remember, cancers are the ones that will black out and kill you. Scorpios will abuse you, and Pisces will get addicted to drugs or alcohol and abuse themselves. Cancers will straight up, they will kill you, but they don't play. Okay. Think about 50 Cent, right? He just killed Ja Rule's career. So the Capricorn rising, you want, that nurturing partner. Even if you're a woman, you want a nurturing, caring, supportive man. So your spouse could be a teacher, an educator, a therapist, a counselor. You may marry someone that's in real estate, someone that, could be an architect, a designer, interior decorator, right? Things around the home, caring, convenience, nurturing. Even a stand-up comic you can marry. Someone that can be very funny. Cancers are really funny. Okay, so let's go to Shazat.
Okay.
And
So first one we're doing. One sec. Let me see. My younger brother. Oh yeah, my younger brother, Steven Saman. My younger brother has Mars. Has Mars and Pisces in the third house. Oh, I like jet skiing, said Abraham.
He likes what?
Jet skiing.
Oh, jet skiing.
And then Steven said,
that's definitely Pisces' third house.
Steven said, my poor mother. I was younger. I was my younger brother's keeper when we were kids. And
he made a mess in the house, didn't he, Steven? Be honest. I know.
And then Steven said, my younger brother loved to take things apart and try to put them back together. And then my old angry boss said, my cousin is a Capricorn rising. He would take the garbage out, but he would leave it on top of the can.
Old angry boss, that is, you guys, thank you guys for being here. You're speaking the gospel. We're not making fun of you, Capricorn risings. We love you guys, but we're just assessing astrology and speaking the truth. But that's very typical. Yeah, I can see that. I kind of live that. Okay. Any other comments?
Yeah. Then
we're kind of quiet tonight. Who else is here? Where's Irene and Moon Goddess and no? Okay. All right.
Okay. But Abraham Robinson said, yeah, I definitely drive fast at first. And then Steven said, my younger brother loved to swim and play drums. And then Steven said, my younger brother has Saturn and Gemini in the 6th house. And then Steven said, my brother married a physical therapist. And that's it.
That's Cancer too. Yeah. See, kind of therapy care. Even though it's physical, that's deep. Because Cancer is also the moon, and the moon represents your body and health. See? I love astrology, you guys. All right, so let's get to the 8th house. We're dealing with Leo. The Leo sun in the 8th house, Capricorn risings. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm dealing with. So when you have Leo in the 8th house, though, you can be, you're going to be the regal king or queen in your marriage. You're going to be, that creative authority. This can also be a great place for a politician. You can dig up and investigate the secrets of your competitors and put dirt on them. And you could be, moving in cloak and dagger and win the election. And you know what I mean? Especially with Scorpio in the 11th house. Woo! The Capricorn rising guys, they have a lot of energy that speaks to getting into politics as well in a powerful way. Okay. And that Leo in the 8th house also can really indicate too, not being afraid of death, actually being curious about it, being into the occult knowledge and being an authority about it, learning a lot about astrology, tarot, and numerology. These people could love murder mysteries. And they may, Leo there, they may know and research and talk about like death and rebirth a lot. And, Leo in eighth house, they can be very focused on talking about intimacy and sex and power and control. They can have a very regal power energy, that they can be very manipulating. I deal with that. And they can be just very powerful. It's a powerful placement. Leo, the sun, eighth house. Okay. Now the ninth house Virgo, this is, what unlocks the ascendant, right? The fortune, the luck, the blessings, the beliefs, the philosophies, the wisdom, publishing, higher learning, higher knowledge, guru, shaman, master's, PhD, your father's teachings. Hello, my Capricorn rising sons, they have a Virgo sun father. So it literally played out that way. And my Capricorn moon gave them the Cap ascendant. So you could see this, you guys, and maybe Stephen, since it's your brother, and Abraham, you guys could track it. And Abraham, we got to do your dad's chart, but you can track it through the family, some of these placements, some of this Saturn Capricorn energy for the ascendant, and you can see certain things, right? I'm the Virgo sun. Well, he's the Virgo rising. Capricorn moon, they have the Capricorn rising. So it's kind of deep. You could really see that in a chart through a family line, certain placements. My grandfather was a Capricorn. Okay. And also had a Sag grandfather. But so the ninth house with Virgo, they can be very critical and logical and analytical about their beliefs and philosophies. Very detailed and precise, and want to strive for perfection to please their father, but also for school, for getting their master's or PhD. Virgo can be very tough on themselves, but they can also be very much about researching, trying to fix things, right? So these people can definitely write a book in the future, you Capricorn risings, depending on what you got in that Virgo ninth house. But you also, not saying that you're not going to be spiritual, because you can be and will be. But with the Sag in the 12th and the Virgo in the 9th, your religious beliefs or your own spiritual philosophies have to logically make sense to you. Does that make sense? Right? And we talked about that in Coffee Talk, Abraham. Right? With your Virgo father. Oh, that's crazy too. Your Cap rising, you had a Virgo father, just like my kids. Wow, dong. That just blew my head away right there. That's crazy.
You like messed up the dunks. You like dung.
That's like so you're like my kids, man. That's dope. But also that Virgo, when you travel 50 miles or further from your homeland, where your place of birth, you're gonna you're gonna be like the humanitarian. You're gonna be like the man of the people. Like people are gonna be like, oh wow, that's dope. There's Abraham, there's Odo, Angry Boss's cousin, there's the Taylor twins. Like there's gonna be this, and you won't mind providing a service in foreign lands, helping people, teaching, sharing your critical, analytical, logical knowledge, So it's an interesting placement. But think about it, it's your father's teaching. So peep this. So what if Jesus Christos is the Capricorn rising, the Virgo sun in the 9th house, his father's teachings, born to the virgin birth mother, Virgo the Virgin Mary, who I think was born September 9th or 8th. Okay. And in the Pisces moon, the fish in the 3rd house in the local community, the Piscean age. That right there. September 11th, Jesus' birthday. Okay, just some thoughts, really to ponder it. The moon is in its planetary joy in the third house in Pisces. The sun in its planetary joy in the ninth house in Virgo. Yeah. So let's get to the 10th house and then we'll get back to some more questions or comments. Libra in the 10th house, Venus. Now, your midheaven could be 9th, 10th, or 11th, but the 10th house is workplace, work environment, legacy, your father, the relationship with your father, the public image, fame, reputation, not fame like you're famous, extreme fame like you saw my Michael Jackson chart. Did y'all go watch? I know Abraham watched Steven and All Angry Boss. Did you like my chart reading of Michael Jackson? Michael Joseph Jackson. I thought I did a pretty good job. I hope everybody enjoys it. It was definitely deep. I had to go in, and you guys can comment and recommend who you might want to see next. I'm only doing big dogs. Somebody's recommended Suge Knight. I'm like, please. Interesting in terms of the thuggery and the violence and all that, but not, you gotta have, if I'm gonna do a celebrity, you gotta be like mystical and talented and spiritual and fascinating. Not Suge Knight. Someone said Princess Diana, Hope did. Potentially. That's a deep one. But I think Prince might be next. Okay. Two of the greatest artists. But, I had to start with MJ, not only because he's a Virgo, but King of Pop, greatest entertainer of all time. Okay. And I think in the beginning, you guys, I'll probably only do people that are dead because I don't want to get into people who are alive and living. That's not, I don't know if it's really appropriate. That's just me as an astrologer and as a human being. Unless a celebrity felt comfortable with it. And maybe I'll get to that. But I think off the bat, I think of Michael Jackson, Prince, Muhammad Ali, maybe MLK, Malcolm X, stuff like that, JFK, you know what I mean? So Princess Diana. But the Libra, Venus, 10th house. So you want to be balanced, peaceful, charming. You're seeking balance. Remember the Libra energy, the scales, it's off balance. It's seeking balance. So your reputation, how you're known in the world, the relationship with your father, you're trying to find harmony and peace and bring the charm to the public in the workplace, work environment. And Capricorn risings, you guys are kind of smooth. That Venus in the 10th house, and especially if your midheaven's there, you guys know how to put on the charm in public. You might be crazy and wild at home with that Aries, but when you go out in public, you're like, hey, how you doing? Da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. I see it with my kids. They're like all friendly and charming and harmonious. You're like, whoa, okay. But you guys know how to smooth it out. And that energy vibrates strong. That Venus in Libra, it's powerful. So use it to your benefit, Capricorn risings. You know what I mean? Very charming, very smooth, very balanced, very Venus. So they can be really good at designing. They could be great at social workers, event planners, lawyers. The Venus, you can actually Libra, you can be really good as a relationship coach. You could be, anything artistic. So you could be, again, another indicator for acting, but you just know how to relate to people in public. So you could be in the service industry, but, not necessarily a low level, but you could be a low level and undrawn that or a crazy high level. But the reputation, people. Oh, cool. So I'll get you into the reputation can be very harmonious and chill. And people will be like, yeah, I like Capricorn risings. They show up in public like dope. Okay, go ahead. Who we got?
Bella Mura.
Oh, hi, Bella. Yeah, she came to Coffee Talk, but she's new on the lives. You got to email me, Bella. We got to talk. Hope everything is well. Welcome to Knowledge is Love. Okay.
All right. Well, first, let's get this comments above. Danny said, yeah, it was good. And then Danny said, maybe Prince next. And then Bella said, can't wait to watch it. It's in my watch list. And then Bella said, hi, thanks for hosting.
Thank you, Bella, and thank you. I want to see what you think about the Michael Jackson video. Danny, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah. I know. I was thinking Prince should be next, right? You're going to do Michael, you got to do Prince. I mean, Michael, and you guys know, right? Mike was so like infatuated. I think a little jealous of Prince. That's why he named both his kids. You know, Blanket's official name is Prince, and then the other one, Prince. Yeah, it's deep. I think it was because Prince, you know, Michael had these issues. Prince was lighter skinned. He was a handsome guy too. So was Mike was handsome. But you know what I'm saying? Like Prince played all the instruments. Mike didn't play no instruments. I think Prince made Mike feel a little insecure. You know, but they were, I mean, two pillars and giants, like, and they both died in similar ways, and the pain from all the performing and entertaining and dancing, and it just led to their demise. And but they both were so powerful, even how they rebelled against the music industry and fighting for their own publishing and their rights and their, Prince changed his name to the artist because that's what in the contracts, that's what everybody is labeled as, the artist. Prince was a deep cat. And like Michael, I've got a connection to Prince, so of course I should do him next. And I'll say that for the video. I won't tell you here. But I know things about Prince that a lot of people don't know. I have a personal connection. Didn't get to meet him. Almost, but did not get to meet him. Okay. So let's go to the 11th house. Any comments, you guys, on Capricorn risings? Any other comments and questions?
No, not really.
Okay, so, this is a deep placement because remember the 11th house is older siblings, stepchildren, philanthropic work, nonprofit, hopes, dreams, wishes, groups, organizations, your social network that supports the midheaven in the career. Now, your MC could be here. If your MC is in the 11th or 9th, you guys, and you should use, I'm Western Tropical Astrology, I use the whole sign system, more ancient, more accurate. But if the MC is in the 11th or the 9th, you merge it with the 10th. And it kind of flavors like your vibration in public for what you should do for your career. But you lean towards the MC. So if that's 11th or 9th, for the Capricorn rising, you lean towards the Scorpio, the Virgo, but you bring in the Libra Venus energy with it. Does that make sense? You merge them. You said I'm merging things. So Scorpio, 11th house. Woo. Number one, you have to be careful of your friends. You can have some very powerful, manipulative, controlling, abusive friends that could be into drugs and alcohol. They could be cloak and dagger. They can be trying to bring you down. They can be a lot of things, but they can also be very powerful connections for money in the medical field, spiritually. Your Scorpio friends and older siblings could be very powerful. The relationship can be very emotional and intense with them. Your friends can feel like family. You can have intense emotions. This is Mars, Scorpio, with your older siblings. Okay. Sometimes, they argue with their older sibling. It can get intense with that Scorpio 11th house. They can definitely, Scorpio 11th house, they can be emotionally attached to the internet. They can be very investigative into occult knowledge like astrology, numerology, tarot, to death and rebirth, to sex. Okay. Capricorn risings, you know that old adage, you are who you spend time with, so you got to watch your friends. What about your friends? So seriously, and especially the people that are pretending to have your back and support you, they might not really be all that, Or you could have friends that are like ride or die that really help you to reach your hopes and dreams. It can be very powerful. This is remember, this is, so if the 5th house is the stage, the 11th house is like the event, the arena. 5th house, political discussion, debate. 11th house, the politician, politics. So Scorpio here, Capricorn risings, you can make moves in politics, especially if that MC is Scorpio with the Libra 10th house, or any combo like that. Yeah, vibrate like crazy. Okay. So that's a really fascinating thing. We got a couple minutes left. Perfect timing. I think I moved around this smooth. Maybe it's because we didn't have so many people on the live like we normally do, but that's okay. People will watch it on the replay. And honestly, you guys, even if it was just one of you here, you know how your boy is. I really appreciate all of you. And D Nice, we did miss you last week with the coffee talk or whatever. But we had a good group. And yeah, Bella, we missed you at Coffee Talk. You came to the free webinar the week before, but we missed you at Coffee Talk talking about Chiron. It was deep, 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 deep. Really dope. But we hope to see you guys January. I'm going to do January 14th. I might switch the time depending on the NFL playoffs, but I think the playoffs might start the 15th and not on the 14th is what I'm seeing right now. So might stick to the 1 p.m., but I'll let you guys know. But it's going to be Saturday, January 14th, the second Saturday in January 2023, which will be the 12th Coffee Talk. We'll complete the all 12 signs. And then Coffee Talk year 2 will begin in February. I'm so glad and so excited. I'm so glad I decided this. And remember, if any of you guys are here on the live, we birthed the idea, what was it, last January or December, talking about December, talking about Coffee Talk, and we started it in February. So it got birthed here on Knowledge is Love. Okay. And and you guys let me know. You can always cash at me if you guys want stickers. It's only $1 or whatever, and you can send me your address. But if you become a regular to Coffee Talk or whatever, I send out the stickers. They're really dope. And, wifey designed them. And this is the Knowledge is Love. Okay. So, yeah. So the 12th house, Sagittarius. So, the 12th house, you guys, is clearly your subconscious and unconscious mind, dreams, fantasies, bed pleasures for sex and for sleep. It's foreign lands for import and exports. The 12th house is spirituality. The 12th house is also, like I said, the hidden enemies and the hidden talents. But it's jails, hospitals, isolation, right? It's ashrams, monasteries, right? Temples for deep prayer. The 12th house is so powerful. Think of the last 5 degrees like being back in your mother's womb. Okay. The 12th house is really, we're dealing more with spirituality. But when you have Sag here, this is, Sag, just like Pisces, both ruled by Jupiter, but this is the more law, religion, dogmatic side of it. So when you have Sag in the 12th house, one of your hidden talents is you are so deep with wisdom and knowledge and philosophies, and you've got to share it. You have to bring the 12th house. And Stephen, you could tell this to your brother, and Angry Boss, your cousin, and Abraham for you. The Capricorn risings, you really have that responsibility to share your wisdom. You guys are super intelligent and super wise, but you have to share those gifts and talents, right? And even about culture, learning about ancient artifacts, other religions, even foods and spices and travel and all the positive things of Sagittarius, you have to share that to the rest of the chart. That Sagittarius 12th house is pretty deep. And so part of your beliefs and philosophies are going to be sharing your wisdom, wherever you go. And your optimistic nature. Sagittarius. I mean, and that's the thing with the Capricorn rising. You feel this responsibility to climb the ladder of success and achieve and work hard and this and that. But in your spirit, in your subconscious and unconscious mind, you probably astral travel a lot while you're sleeping in your dreams. So definitely keep the dream book. But you guys just want to go and travel and explore. That Sagittarius has that free spirit. They want to go to Istanbul. They want to go to Greece. They want to go to Egypt. They want to go to Hawaii. They want to go to, Italy. They want to go to Costa Rica. They just want to go and explore. So that's really dope about the Capricorn risings, right? If they put in the hard work and discipline and achieve and make all that money, then they could bring that 12th house of Sagittarius and just travel the world, learn all this knowledge, and then share it to the collective and humanity. So, but the hidden enemies for Capricorn risings, yeah, maybe you might have some Sagittarius folks, that kind of push your buttons or try to manipulate or limit you, or you know what I mean? But I think when you really deal with the subconscious and unconscious mind for the Cap rising, deep down inside, you think you want the white picket fence, the dog, the car, the wife, and 2 kids, but somewhere in there, you want it, but you really want to explore, gain the wisdom, gain the knowledge, share your beliefs and philosophies, be the preacher, teacher in a very positive, optimistic way. And I think that's beautiful because you can have it all. Capricorn risings, I don't want to say more than any rising, but Capricorn risings, if you respond to the Saturn the chart ruler discipline and the beliefs, respond to your abilities, you can have it all. You can have the husband or the wife or the 2 kids or the dog or whatever, and you could go on these vacations where you explore and learn and share. It's a beautiful energy, you guys. Sagittarius in the 12th house is really deep. So just be open to sharing your knowledge, to sharing your beliefs and philosophies, because I think the world needs that from you. Okay. You can really tap into the collective in a positive way, So we're going to get ready to wrap up.
Well,
I want to get to the questions. So give me some questions and comments, and then we're going to bounce. But
okay, so let's see. Bella said Prince for sure.
Okay.
And then Steven said Michael Jackson video was good. Was sad that he died at age 50.
I know. Thank you, Steven.
And then Bella said my MC is in the 11th house. And then Bella said I have a stellium in this house: Pluto, South Node, Moon, and Saturn. And then Steven said my younger brother has a stellium in his 12th house: Neptune, Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury.
Woo! Steven.
Oh yeah, my younger brother and I would have heated arguments. I only call him for his birthday.
Oh, were you his hidden enemy, Steven? Be honest. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. You guys got to rely on each other though, man. Brothers, I try to teach it to my boys, I think it's a blessing to have a brother. I never met my brothers, and I just have a stepbrother, but I've yearned to have that type of bond. My father had 3 brothers, and my boys have 3 brothers. They're, one of 4, and it's a gift for life, man. You and your brothers should be working on taking over the world. Always build with your brothers, okay? I know brothers and sisters can bang heads with one another, but it can be really a blessing to have, another version of you, same, gender and stuff that's, kind of out there in the world. I feel so myself, but okay. Any other comments?
Yeah. Bella said if I didn't have my kids that weekend, I'll come for it. And then Bella said,
okay.
This is what I'm trying to do. And then Bella said, I have Uranus here in my Sagittarius 12th house.
Oh, that's right, Bella. I forgot you're the Cap rising. Oh, this is really hitting home for you then. Okay.
That
So
Bella said you're speaking to my soul.
yeah, no, definitely. Well, make sure if you came on a little bit later, go back and watch the beginning. But yeah, I would love to. I know the Cap. I'm a Cap Moon, but I have Cap Rising twins, so I know this energy really well. Uranus, Sag, 12th house. I have Uranus in the 12th house, so make sure you watch that video. Mine's in Libra, but it's a powerful energy, Bella, and I think it's what makes you so gifted with your astrology knowledge and just your spiritual path. So yeah, we share that together, just in different signs. So definitely hit me up and email me, and we gotta chat it up and stuff. But you guys just understand, this rising sign, you guys put a lot of pressure on yourselves. And I think that look where your Saturn is in your chart, respond to that ability, always have that discipline, but honor the Jupiter in the third and the 12th to make you more spiritual and optimistic and find your inner joy through your philosophies, and then honor your fifth and 10th house with the Venus. The sixth and the ninth of the Mercury is definitely helpful, forming your skills and your philosophies and beliefs. But the fifth and 10th for the Venus, I think it's a way that's always going to, help you financially. And in a lot of ways, to have Capricorn risings, you have the discipline to have your own business. And that's a blessing. Okay. So don't ever be scared of that. Push past those chart ruler fears and anxieties and limitations, any limiting beliefs, transmute it, and have your positive intentions on you can do anything. Tap into that Sag 12th house. Those are your hidden talents. Share your wisdom, beliefs, and philosophies in a fortunate, right? The fortunate luck over foreign lands. Tapping into the collective and subconscious. Do the work. Heal your inner child. Look at your Lilith, your Chiron, your Pluto. Get into that subconscious mind. Cap Rising's got to do it because the Saturn on the Ascendant sometimes can make you have limiting beliefs about your own abilities. And only you can limit yourself. No one else can stop you. Venus on the 10th and in the 5th, Capricorn risings are no joke. Y'all are dope. Okay. Any last comments before we bounce?
Yeah. Oh, wait. No, not really.
Okay. So this was fun, and I'll probably see you guys probably Friday night. I think Saturday's kind of busy for the fam. So I'm trying to stay, rocking on my Grizzy twice a week, but I'm busy with charts and everything. Also, don't forget, again, birth chart sale. And I announced early on, you guys missed it, came late. I'm going to do a free giveaway in honor of Hanukkah, Christmas, and Kwanzaa. So the 24th, 25th, 26th, it'll be a choice of a mini chart, mini hater, mini career, mini relationship. But it'll be free. And I'll pick 3 winners, one each day. And you just have to, I'll make the graphic. You'll have to, like it on Instagram and on the community here, but you really have to, retweet it or, tag it and share it with your friends and subscribe to the IG and the Twitter. And I'll put all the information. Tailored to Astrology on IG. The Twitter is at Tailored to C and at Big 3 Astrology. So, and then I'll, you just do those things and you can get a free mini chart and you can gift it to a friend or your child or whatever. It doesn't have to be necessarily for you. But, if you do that, you get entered in and you have a chance to win, on the 24th, 25th, or 26th. Okay. So, I'm trying to, play my Black Santa role and, honor my, all of my cultural mixes, honor my Hanukkah, my Christmas, and my Kwanzaa. All right. I reps The Black Bahamian Jew. You know how I do. I spew hip hop for you. Something yummy for you to chew. Dispensing the mentals, verbal instrumentals. Looking at my chart, you can see it's kind of presidential. All right, y'all. God bless. I'll see you Friday night for episode 104. This is Capricorn Rising, Knowledge is Love, episode 103, Soaring Like a Dove. Much love. Peace. Say goodbye, Truth.
Bye.
Later.